Hi, this is Ben with Fiddlershop. Welcome to this week's Ask a Luthier. This week I'm going to be showing you exactly what to look for on your instrument to tell whether or not it needs a setup. We've had two people contact us about this. One of them bought their instrument secondhand, and the other one had it sitting around the house for a number of years. Without a doubt I can say if it's been sitting in your house for a number of years it needs a setup, but I have a violin here that was set up by us here at the shop. So I'm going to show you exactly what to look for and what a setup violin should look like. So first thing is you want to look at the strings. So if you take a look around the fingerboard, you want to look for oxidation and rust. If you see darker spots, dark brown spots, rust stains, oxidation, anything like that, strings need to be replaced. Another thing to look for is you want to look at the windings at the top. If those start to unravel, that's another sign that the strings need to be changed. Another thing you want to look for, which is the easiest thing to look at, is the position and condition of the bridge. Now, a well-placed violin bridge will always be around the notches here on the F-holes. Not necessarily right in line with them, maybe a little bit forward, maybe a little bit back, but around that area. A violin that isn't set up properly, sometimes you'll see the bridge up here, sometimes even way back there. Sometimes it moves. Now, another thing to look for is the tilt that it's on. Sometimes you'll see them too far forward, and what will happen eventually is it'll smack down, could damage the top, and obviously you don't want that. A well-placed bridge you always want leaning ever so slightly back. Once the bridge is in a proper position, you can get a good view of the sound post and where that should be. You can see it right there. Good sound posts will be somewhat further back than the bridge. You can also kind of gauge as to whether or not it's too far back, too far forward, whether it's crooked, anything like that. And you can also tell sometimes when you pick up the instrument, you can hear something rolling around on the inside. That's how you know the sound post has fallen and needs to be repositioned. The last thing to look for is actually the tailpiece. Now, a lot of people will leave the tailpiece the way it is, but if you look at the tailpiece through the back here, you always want to have the tail gut as tight as you can get it to where the tailpiece gets in contact with the ebony saddle here. You always want it to hinge over the instrument towards the top of the violin. If it's too far forward, it won't give the proper tonal transfer. Same if the tailpiece is too far back. So that's pretty much all you really want to look for. If any of these are an issue, you can fix them yourself if you're comfortable working on your own instrument. But whenever it comes to a setup, at the shop here, we always do recommend bringing it to a local luthier. They have a lot of experience setting up things like these. So that's pretty much it. Remember, if you have any questions, you can send us an email to luthier@fiddlershop.com, and we'll consider them for a video next week.